Hello and welcome to Business 360. I'm Parikshit Luthra and here are the headlines we are tracking this evening. It's a day of extreme volatility on Dalal Street. Indices take on heavy losses in early trade, triggered by persistent fears of a global recession next year and a surprise move by Japan's central bank. But a late pullback helps them end flat. The rupee also recovers most losses as dollar selling by banks and a weak global dollar offset pressure from rising crude oil prices. Asian markets go into a tailspin after the Bank of Japan throws a curveball, allows the yield on its 10-year bond to move 50 basis points on either side of its 0% target against the earlier 25 basis points, says the adjustment will improve market functioning and help it maintain accommodative financial conditions. After weeks of negotiations, EU nations agree on a natural gas price cap to tame the energy crisis. Member nations decide to trigger a cap if prices exceed €180 per megawatt hour for 3 days on the EU's benchmark platform. The cap will be effective from the 15th of February next year. The government may look at sweetening the pot for potential buyers of IDBI. Sources say it may prompt the tax department to consider the stock's fair market value at the final bid accepted price. Move will prevent any additional tax burden on the final buyers if the stock price appreciates. The government informs Parliament that there have been complaints against 12 electric vehicle makers for allegedly violating FAME subsidy norms. Says 2 of these firms have been suspended already. Adds that processing of pending claims by these firms has been stopped till they submit evidence of their compliance. Dabur India's promoters, the Burman family, sells nearly 1% stake in the company through block deals. Dabur says the family will use the proceeds to fund some private ventures.
I do hope that the worst is behind us in terms of inflation. And one is seeing that in some parts there is a bit of a softening.
Nestle India boss Suresh Narayanan says he hopes the worst of inflation is behind us, but adds it would be difficult to forecast an easier 2023 just yet. Adds that he does not see the D2C segment as a large revenue generator. Expresses confidence on Nestle's repertoire of brands. SEBI board meets to discuss crucial changes to its buyback regulations. Will also take up regulations around governance of market infrastructure institutions. North India continues to grapple with dense fog. Low visibility conditions impact road, rail and air traffic movement. The Met Department says the situation in Punjab, Uttar Pradesh and Haryana should improve starting tomorrow. On to the day's market action. It was a day of extreme volatility on Dalal Street. Indices took on